Hello everyone. Hope you tried the applications which I gave yesterday. Anyway, we are going to discuss their solutions also so that you can check with the uh, approach what you have done. If you didn't get, you can make a note. If you have already done, you please check the procedure, and if it is alternate for your procedure, please make a note of that procedure also. What's the question here? A ray of light coming from the point 1 comma 2, a ray of light coming from the point 1 comma 2 means this particular ray is passing through the point 1 comma 2, is reflected at a point A on the x-axis, is reflected at a point A on the x-axis. Therefore, I am taking the point as x comma 0, and then passes through the point 5 comma 3, and then passes through the point 5 comma 3. Find the coordinates of the point A. Means these particular coordinates are required. You know very clearly that the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, and if you take the slope of this particular line, tan theta will be y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, and the slope of this particular line is going to be 2 minus means y2 minus y1, 2 minus 0 by 1 minus x. Both are going to be equal according to the concept. Okay, therefore what concept is applied here? First we'll be taking the slope of let's say this is b, this is c. Okay, slope of AB is equal to 3 minus 0 by 5 minus x, and slope of AC, you can't take tan theta because when we are taking inclination angle made by the ray with the positive direction of the x-axis we take. Okay, so what will be this particular angle? This entire angle is going to be, this is some theta. Okay, uh, and see, this is some theta and this is some theta. Okay, this particular angle is going to be 180 minus theta. What is this particular angle? 180 minus theta, because as this angle is theta, this angle is going to be 180 minus theta. Okay, as it is 180 minus theta, I can take this particular angle is going to be tan 180 minus theta, because these two angles are going to be equal. This particular angle and this particular angle will be equal. Getting my point here? Because we are talking about the angle made by this particular ray. Okay, so what angle is made by this particular ray with the positive direction of the x-axis? This particular angle is 180. Okay, and this is theta, so this angle is going to be 180 minus theta. With that knowledge you are taking, I repeat, this complete angle is 180 and this is theta, so this will be 180 minus theta. So tan 180 minus theta is equal to 2 minus 0 by 1 minus x. So what is tan 180 minus theta? 180 minus theta lies in the second quadrant according to trigonometry concept. 180 minus theta lies in which quadrant? Second quadrant. In second quadrant tan theta is negative, so that minus tan theta is equal to 2 by 1 minus x. According to the concept, these two must be equal. 3 by 5 minus x is equal to minus 2 by 1 minus x. Anyway, on taking this minus another side, minus 2 by 1 minus x, left hand side are going to be equal. Here you have a tan theta. Okay, tan theta is equal to, and here we have tan theta. Both LHS are equal, so that RHS will be equal. Go for cross product. 3 into 1 minus x is equal to minus 2 into 5 minus x. 3 minus 3x is equal to minus 10 plus 2x. This you transpose the left side and this one to right side. 13 is equal to 5x, that is equal to x is equal to 13 by 5. What is x? X is equal to 13 by 5. Therefore, a point on the x-axis is 13 by 5 comma 0. Because the question is speaking about the point on x-axis, that is x we have got as 13 by 5. So that the point is going to be 13 by 5 comma 0. I think nothing confusion here, very simple. First we have taken the ray which is passing through the point 1 comma 2 gets reflected on the x-axis at a point A. That's the reason x comma 0 we have taken. And this reflected ray is passing through 5 comma 3. And anyway, it is clear that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay. Therefore, slope of AB means slope of the line passing through 5 comma 3 and x comma 0, that is tan theta is equal to 3 by 5 minus x. Slope of AC, that is passing through 1 comma 2 and x comma 0, is 2 by 1 minus x. But angle is 180 minus theta, because this complete angle is 180 and this is theta, so this will be 180 minus theta. Therefore, tan 180 minus theta, nothing but 180 minus theta lies in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, tan theta is negative, so that minus tan theta is equal to minus 2 by 1 minus x, and hence on taking tan theta we get minus 2 by 1 minus x. Both the sides, left hand side is tan theta only, so making right hand sides equal, so that we get 3 by 5 minus x is equal to minus 2 by 1 minus x, and hence we get x is equal to 13 by 5. Okay, chalo, let's go for the next problem. So the point is 13 by 5 comma 0. If one diagonal of a square is along the line, if one diagonal of a square is, let's say the square is ABCD, this diagonal I am taking as of a square is along the line 8x minus 15y equal to 0. 8x minus 15y equal to 0. And one of its vertex is 1 comma 2. Find the equation of sides of the square passing through this vertex. Find the equation of sides of the square passing through this vertex. First, let us see whether this diagonal is passing through the given vertex 1 comma 2 or not. Let's say on substituting 8 into 1 minus 15 into 2, which is not equal to 0. Means I am substituting the point 1 comma 2, this diagonal equation is not satisfied. Means the vertex 1 comma 2 should not be taken at A and should not be taken at C. That should be taken at either D or B. First, everyone has to check this fundamental area. Now, this is the most important area. Generally, most of the students are missing this kind of approach. Any of the vertex it is mentioned, so usually what we take, either A or B, C or D, anything we take. But sometimes if you take A or C, that may not be comfortable, because on substituting the point 1 comma 2, the diagonal equation what is provided is not satisfied. Therefore, here 1 comma 2 can't be A or C. Okay, 1 comma 2 can be either D or B. Fine. Now we know very clearly this is 45 degrees and this is also some 25 degrees, because angle at the vertex in a square is 90. Diagonal bisects the angle, so that 45 and 45. Now we can take the slope of this particular line. First you think about the idea that what should be applied here. Here, to trace out the line equation CD and AD, because the question is speaking about find the equations of the sides which are passing through 1 comma 2. What are the sides passing through 1 comma 2? CD and AD. CD and AD. Therefore, here to trace out the lines CD and AD, first we should know the slopes of those particular lines, and hence we can use y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1 concept, as already we have the point through which the lines are passing. Got my point here? Chalo. So how can I take the slope of AC? Slope of AC is equal to see 8x minus 15y equal to 0. Means 8x is equal to 15y. So y is equal to 8 by 15x. So it is in which format? Y is equal to mx format. It is in which format? Y is equal to mx. And hence slope of the line 8x minus 15y is equal to 8 by 15. M1 is equal to 8 by 15. Let's consider. Now we want the slope of AD. What is required here? Slope of AD. Let us consider slope of AD as some m. Then we have the angle between these two. What is that? Tan 45 degrees is equal to mod m1 minus m2. That is 8 by 15 minus m2 is m. Means slope of AD by 1 plus m1 m2. 1 plus 8 by 15 into m. Tan 45 is equal to 1 mod 8 by 15 minus m by 1 plus 8m by 15. What is that? 1 plus 8m by 15. Okay. Shall I erase this part? Yeah, I am just erasing this part. Okay. Let us simplify it further. 1 plus 8m by 15 is equal to mod 8 by 15 minus m. On eliminating modulus on one side, what shall we do? We will take plus or minus on another side. Means we will get 8 by 15 minus m is equal to plus or minus 1 plus 8m by 15. So 8 by 15 minus m is equal to 1 plus 8m by 15 is case 1, because we have got plus or minus, so that one case we take plus, another case we take minus. So we will make the subject into m. 8 by 15 minus 1 is equal to 1 plus 8m by 15. 8 minus 15 minus 7 by 15 is equal to 15m plus 8m, 23m by 15. 15 gets cancelled. Therefore m is equal to minus 7 by 23. What is the slope of the line in one case? Minus 7 by 23. On simplifying the case 2, that is taking minus sign, 8 by 15 minus m is equal to minus of 1 plus 8m by 15, you will be getting 23 by 7. Then I am getting the slopes, two slopes, and already you know the coordinates through which the line is passing. Okay. You can get the line equations using y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. One line equation you will get 23x minus 7y minus 9 equal to 0. What is the one line equation? 23x minus 7y minus 9 equal to 0. And other line equation you will get 7x plus 23y minus 53 equal to 0. 7x plus 23y minus 53 equal to 0. Definitely you will get ఇక్కడ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఐడియా ఉంది, ఒకసారి మీరు చెక్ చేయండి. m ఈక్వల్ టు మైనస్ 7 బై 23 కదా, మైనస్ తీసుకుంటే మీకు m ఈక్వల్ టు 23 బై 7 వస్తుంది అని చెప్పాను నేను. ఎందుకు చెప్పాను? వాట్ ఇస్ ద రీజన్? ఇన్ ఏ స్క్వేర్, ఓకే, దీస్ టూ లైన్స్ ఆర్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్. మనకు కావాల్సిన ఈ రెండే, ఈ రెండు పర్పెండిక్యులర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ లైన్ స్లోప్ ఏదైతే అవుతుందో, ఓకే, that particular slope and slope of this must be, product must be minus 1, because when two lines are perpendicular, then m1 into m2 equal to minus 1. That is why I said very confidently that if you solve the other slope, you will get 23 by 7, because if you take the product of these two, m1 into m2 is going to be minus 1. Even the line equations also, the first one I said you will get 23x minus 7y minus 9 equal to 0. And I already said you another concept, that whenever two lines are perpendicular, if one line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, other line will be in the form of bx minus ay plus k is equal to 0. So in the same way, I could say 7x plus 23y minus 53 will be equal to 0 is the other equation. Anyway, see, you need not to get worried about all these cases. నేను చెప్పదలుచుకుంది ఏంటంటే ఇన్ని లాజికల్ థింకింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, సింపుల్గా మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే మైనస్ సైన్ తీసుకోండి, 23 by 7 వస్తుంది. ఆ తర్వాత మీకు ఆల్రెడీ పాయింట్ ఉంది, విచ్ త్రూ విచ్ పాయింట్ దట్ ఈస్ పాసింగ్ 1, 1, 2. దెన్ యూజ్ ఫార్ములా y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1 in both the cases to get the line equations what I said. Okay, good. Then we have here, okay, take another problem for your task. Okay, I'll see how we are going to do. Find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line. I think you have done this kind of problem already. Find the equation of the line. Which passes through the point minus 4 comma 3. Which passes through the point minus 4 comma 3. And the portion of the line intercepted between the axes. And the portion of the line intercepted between the axes is divided internally in the ratio 5:3. Is divided in the ratio 5:3 internally by this point. I repeat, find the equation of the line which passes through the point minus 4 comma 3 and the portion of the line intercepted between the axes is divided internally in the ratio 5:3 by this point. Okay. Another problem. One interesting problem, please try it. If P is the length of perpendicular from the origin, if P is the length of perpendicular from the origin, if P is the length of perpendicular from the origin on the line x by a plus y by b equal to 1, x by a plus y by b equal to 1, and a square comma p square comma b square, a square comma p square comma b square are in arithmetic progression, then show that a power 4 plus b power 4 equal to 0. A power 4 plus b power 4 equal to 0. A power 4 plus b power 4 equal to 0. What's the question here? If P is the length of perpendicular from origin to the line x by a plus y by b equal to 1. You already aware of the distance from a point to the line is mod ax1 plus by1 plus c by root a square plus b square, and use that concept as well. It is also provided that a square, p square, b square are in AP. What will you take when 3 points are in AP? Okay, when 3 terms are in AP, then what is the required condition? 2b is equal to a plus c, that is 2p square is equal to a square plus b square. Otherwise, p square is equal to a square plus b square by 2, any of the condition. So wherever it is required to prove a power 4 plus b power 4 equal to 0, there you can apply the arithmetic progression condition so that you will obtain the required answer. See, I am telling you, as I said you in the Zoom interaction, still some of the students are missing with the fundamentals and concepts what are being covered so far. Regularly be in contact with them and try with the applications whatever I am giving. Okay, listen for the solutions in the next lecture and rectify, then try for the new problems what are provided. Okay, don't neglect, because we have very small length of class. Even that also, if you neglect, you will be in trouble. I am telling you, I am not going for a long lectures, you know well already. Hardly 20 to 25 minutes lecture I am sending you. If that particular lecture also you can't watch properly, and if you can't work out for the smaller areas, then it will be a difficult task for you. Okay, so please take care and work out the applications for these questions. In the next class I will send you the solutions. Thank you.